Momodora, Reverie under the Moonlight is the best Metroidvania that I've played in years. It's reasonably short, with boss fights that are fun, but have trouble engaging defensive players. Kaho, a priestess armed with her trusty maple leaf and bow, is sent to investigate a curse spreading from her neighboring land. For a player looking for a lighter storytelling experience, this game is pretty much perfect. The story is told minimally through NPC dialogue, while world building is done through exploration. As Kaho explores further inwards, the aesthetic changes from cute and mischievous elves with their tomato blobby friends to ghosts and their creepy companions. There are some pretty nice plot hooks, and the art is absolutely gorgeous the whole way through, with several screens dedicated to setting the tones of each area. The best part of the game, though, is the combat mechanics. Kaho uses her trusty maple leaf to slash her foes into submission, causing just the right amount of hit stun. Paired with a nice crunching effect or mapley explosions, there's even some jiggle in a few scenarios. Most non-boss enemies hit by a melee attack can be stunned until death, so the challenge is navigating each room and securing that first meaty hit. Level design is pretty clever in most areas, introducing environmental hazards, tight corridors, and out-of-the-way ranged enemies to make it hard to close the gap or feel safe. Boss fights are reminiscent of Dark Souls, challenging players to be strategic, utilize projectiles, melee combos, and dodge rolls. This makes boss fights feel exciting because they're an entirely unique experience, and the hit sound effects pair well with the animations. There's also a pretty generous checkpoint system where most players respawn a few screens away, which keeps difficulty from spiking on some of the more difficult bosses. Though it's kinda sad that the bow is such a powerful tool. While the melee system and level design reward strategic gameplay, the bow can circumvent most of the game's challenge. With several upgrades found throughout the game, bow shots become progressively more powerful, to the point where it is much safer to use the bow in most situations. Enemies on timed platforms or past environmental hazards can be dispatched with ease using charge shots. While bosses have ranged attacks, they're usually aimed to hit players trying to get close. Bosses are far more fun when utilizing a combination of melee and ranged attacks depending on the situation. The bow could have used some sort of limiting factor such as ammunition or a cooldown, or bosses needed a few more tricks up their sleeve. Overall, excluding the bow, the game's difficulty remains consistent throughout the entire experience. There were a few difficulty spikes around the midpoint of the game, as there were plenty of environmental hazards and few checkpoints. Momodora took me around 5 hours to beat while attempting to take no damage from bosses. This excludes achievement hunting or gathering collectibles, so expect a 3 to 6 hour experience. Controllers aren't rebindable, there are multiple control schemes available, though the game could have benefited greatly from key rebinding, as there was always at least one button out of place. I enjoyed almost everything about Momodora. The visuals, gameplay, and bosses are wonderful. I wish the bow was better implemented, as it undermines some of the more exciting aspects of Momodora. Overall, this game is a solid 8 out of 10. It's a short, tight experience that didn't overcomplicate its mechanics or level design. Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight is currently $9.99 American. I recommend it at full price if the 3 to 6 hours of play aren't a deal breaker for you, and I doubly recommend it on sale. If you liked or disliked this review, be sure to vote below the video, and if you want to see more videos, subscribing would be great. Also, if you want to bring up anything that you may agree with, disagree with, or something that I've missed, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try to favorite and pin interesting conversations. I'll see you hopefully on the next review.